Yo, what's up, family? Before we start the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can. Just so we know out there a little bit more. With that being said, let's get right into the video. All right, how y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, make sure you take your shoes off before you come out. And the Boston Celtics offense was humming in this game, having their second highest scoring output of the season against the Miami Heat in Miami. And man, the spacing, the execution, and the shot making was at an all-time high. The Celtics had 53 points in the first quarter, which was the most points in any quarter since 1970 for the Celtics. And a lot of their offense, man, was hunting based, matchup hunting based, and a lot of that was directed at Tyler Hero. And over my years of watching the Celtics, I've noticed one thing, that in some games you can clearly tell their intentions by the first offensive play call. And this play call was again at Tyler Hero, and it just set the tone for the rest of the game. All right, so the Celtics go to Ram single. Ram action is an off-ball screen for somebody to go set a ball screen. So Jason Tatum is going to set this off-ball screen on Bam Adebayo for the mid-skater so he can come set this ball screen for Derek White. So we're going to have that happen, right? After that, he sets a screen. Tatum's going to pop out back to the top of the key. And before we get to the Brown part of this, right, just look at the great spacing that we have. We have Pele Larson feet above the three-point line, Davion Mitchell feet above the three-point line, and we got Bam Adebayo near the three-point line and not in the paint at this moment. So the single part of this is just a single pin down screen for Jaylen Brown in this instance from Sam Hauser. You see the amount of space we have on this side of the floor for this, right? So again, this is directed at Tyler Hero. Now, when we do things with pin down screens to get switches, usually one of two things will happen. The first one, of course, is Jaylen Brown curls off this screen and this guy actually switches and we get the preferred matchup. Or second, this guy is going to avoid the switch, which means that he's just going to stand right here and stand back and not provide any help for his teammates. So if this is a good screen by Sam Hauser and this guy avoids the switch, which Tyler Hero does on this play, Andrew Wiggins will be behind and Jaylen Brown will have open space to either take this shot, or what he does here, he's going to pump fake because we got a good screen by Sam Hauser. Since Andrew Wiggins is behind the pump fake, well, the hit rate of the pump fake is going to increase. So he pump fakes, gets right to the rim, and he scores it. All right, so the Celtics are going to attack Tyler Hero and manipulate him as a tag man in this action. There was a couple times in this game where Sam Hauser would cut baseline ball size so that Tyler Hero could be the tagger in the pick and roll. So here we start this play with an early offense flare right here from the mid-skater, but Jason Tatum rejects it, and that gets the switch of Bam Adebayo, which now means that we have two smalls right here in the pick and roll against the mid-skater. So we got the get action here by Derek White. Get action is when somebody passes the ball to somebody to immediately go get it back, and then we flip it right into this PNR. So Tyler Hero is the low man here in the corner. He is the tag. The tag man is responsible for stepping in on the roller so he does not get an easy layup. This can be to stop the pass, this could be to stop the roller from shooting, or it also can be just to come over here so his teammate has enough time to get back to his man so then he can get back to his man. But the tough thing about tagging is that you still have a responsibility in the corner, right? So of course Tyler Hero is checking Sam Hauser here, right? As the mid-skater is looking to roll, right, you see how Tyler Hero steps in right there on this roll of the mid-skater. As soon as Derek White sees that, he fires the ball out to Sam Hauser. That forces a reckless closeout and a one dribble pull up. All right, so a simple play for the Celtics, they go to Killer Will pick and roll. Killer Will pick and roll is just a simple one screen trying to get the switch on who we want. So Baylor Shaman has Tyler Hero guarding him, so then Jaylen Brown is going to come off and try to get this switch, and this is going to cause a 2-on-1 for the Celtics. So we're going to have him get over there to the right side, and Andrew Wiggins is going to come over. He's going to double team. So now we have a 2-on-1 right here. We have two on the ball, of course, and then we have a 2-on-1 with Baylor Shaman and Sam Hauser. Once the ball goes to Baylor Shaman, Davion Mitchell is going to close out. That's going to force somebody else to close out on Sam Hauser. But Sam Hauser has 17 points in that first quarter. He was like 5 for 5. I mean, 6 for 6, but he's 5 for 5 from 3. This one there. All right, so one of my favorite plays of last night's game, the Celtics go to Zoom Flare. And this is a wrinkle in Zoom that I haven't seen the Celtics use much this season. So here, of course, we got the zoom action. Baylor Shaman tells Luka Garza to go screen for Jaylen Brown. Zoom action, of course, is a dribble handoff in which there's an off-ball screen for the person to go receive a dribble handoff. So got the off-ball screen by Luka Garza. He's going to screen Pele Larson, and Jaylen Brown's going to receive this handoff. Now, when he receives this handoff, Tyler Hero switches onto him, right? But you can see Pele Larson here, who was the primary defender on Jaylen Brown. He's going to stick to Jaylen Brown for just a second too long, right? So he's a primary defender. He doesn't want Tyler Hero to switch onto him, so he's going to stay close for just a little bit. But you can see the recognition here by Luka Garza. He sees that, and he sets this flare screen right here on Pele Larson as he's still focused on Jaylen Brown. Baylor Shaman is going to come out here. He's going to flare this, and he's going to get a 3. And I know if you don't make it, it don't count. But I just want to show you guys that in any situation, the killer whale, we run the pin downs at him, zoom action at him, and just attacking his closeouts, man, we can really get stuff against Tyler Hero. All right, so in this game, the Heat went zone for a couple possessions in the first half, but they did go a lot of zone in the third quarter. It wasn't very effective. There was a stretch in the third quarter where it was effective, but I thought it was because the Celtics made offense harder than it needed to be. In the first quarter, they got the Heat right out of it after like 2 plays because they did one of 3 things every possession the Heat went zone. When Tatum's in the game, they ran a pick and roll to whatever side that he was on, and that forced a 2-on-2 situation or a 2-on-1 situation, which basically nullifies the zone. Or they had Tatum just go in the middle of the zone. As you can see, the best way to beat most zones is to get the ball into the middle, because then everybody collapses and then that opens up things. Or the third thing is Jaylen Brown just found wherever Tyler Hero was, and he went to where he was and he posted him up, and then we just played off that. So here we got Jaylen Brown in the post. Well, we got Jaylen Brown against Tyler Hero there, and he just, hey man. All right, here we got some more mismatch hunted by the Celtics. This time it isn't Tyler Hero, but this play call just shows how deliberate and intent the Celtics were on getting their matchup. So here we're going to use a UCLA cut to get Davion Mitchell onto Jason Tatum. So a UCLA cut is a high post back screen when the handler at the top of the key passes to the wing, as you see Jason Tatum do there, and he's going to cut off that high post back screen. So a Payton Pritchard is going to set this screen for Jason Tatum, right? And if this is a good screen, we're going to have Davion Mitchell switched on to Jason Tatum. So he's going to aim to cut right into Davion Mitchell to get this mismatch. I detailed this a lot last year when the Spurs were using it a lot for Victor Wembanyama, and they just got so many things off it. This could either be a switch right here, or if this guy avoids the switch and he just stays there for a second, Tatum can cut right under the basket. But if they do switch, which happens here, Tatum's going to get the ball right here at the free throw line against Davion. Now, Davion is a really good, hard-nosed pit bull defender, but the size advantage was just too much here. And it's really important that Payton Pritchard is setting the screen, because if the screen is good enough to force a switch, which it is, the smallest defender on the court is on Jason Tatum. So he sets the screen, Tatum cuts off it. You see Davion Mitchell tells Andrew Wiggins it's okay to switch. Tatum gets the ball at the free throw line and he scores. All right, Tyler Hero, you got a break for one play, but we right back. So here the Celtics go to stack out Killer Whale. Stack out is just a type of entry. It's usually going to be one person stacked on top of another teammate right here, and he's going to set this screen so this guy can outcut to either wing. So Jaylen Brown can go to this wing or to this wing. He chooses to come to the left wing right there, and then Killer Whale pick and roll, of course, getting that one screen so we can hunt the matchup that we want. So Tyler Hero is going to switch on to Jaylen Brown, and it's just going to be easy pickings from there. All right, see, to start the second half, the Celtics go to gut zoom for Sam Hauser. Of course, Tyler Hero is going to be on Sam Hauser. They don't want him on Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown, so they're going to most likely put him on a shooter, a guy that's not going to have the ball too much, and a guy they deem least likely to take advantage of Tyler Hero. But the Celtics are like, man, we don't care about that. We're still going to run stuff at him. So the gut action is when somebody starts under the basket and they cut all the way to the top of the key to get a dribble handoff, right? So Sam Hauser going to start under the rim, and then we're going to get into the zoom action. Again, zoom and off-ball screen for somebody to go get a dribble handoff, and we're just making Tyler Hero run all the way around the court right here. We got Sam Hauser getting downhill, getting an and one. All right, so I've talked about this for a few years now. I talked about it in the Jaylen Brown video against the Suns, and I talked about it in the video against the Warriors, but defensive matchups influencing what happens on the offense side of the ball. So, of course, you want Jaylen Brown or Tyler Hero because Jaylen Brown is great with specific one-on-one matchups. So, of course, that plays a part. But I'm very curious to know if offensive side plays a part too. So, a lot of times in this game, this happened where Jaylen Brown is, of course, the primary defender on Tyler Hero, right? But on the other end, Tyler Hero isn't the primary defender on Jaylen Brown. But in an attempt to get Tyler Hero on Jaylen Brown, we have Jaylen Brown guarding him. So when we push the ball up the floor, Tyler Hero has there's no time for the Heat to get their preferred matchup. So Tyler Hero just has to come down and guard Jaylen Brown. We get Jaylen Brown in the post. He drives and he gets fouled. All right, so the Celtics are going to go back to stack out Killer Whale for Jaylen Brown. You see Sam Hauser and Jaylen Brown stacked on top of each other. He's going to outcut to the wing right there. We have Sam Hauser set the screen to get Tyler Hero onto Jaylen Brown, and he's able to get this and one. But you see that after the screen is set, you watch Andrew Wiggins right here. He's going to switch on to Sam Hauser. He's just going to discard Sam Hauser to go try to double Jaylen Brown. He was already gone. He gets the and one. Again, defensive matchups influencing what happens with the matchups on the offense side of the floor. Again, you see Jaylen Brown and Tyler Hero are the furthest down the court right now. So If Jaylen Brown hurries up, they have no time to get the preferred matchup, right? So Jaylen Brown goes right to the post against Tyler Hero, and he draws another foul. All right, so this is the free throws right after that play. Jaylen Brown, I'm sorry, had to show a miss. But again, defensive right there. He contested 3, right? And we go back down the other end. And watch the recognition by every Celtic on this play. So again, we got Brown on the side of Tyler Hero. Jaylen Brown's going to call for it right there. Then you're going to see Derek White, who has the ball right now. He's going to tell Tatum to get the ball over there. Then we're going to have Tatum tell Neemias Queta to come up so Andrew Wiggins can't be close to this post entry pass. And then we have Jaylen Brown just going at Tyler Hero. He's going to drive. He's going to kick. You're going to see how the defense collapsed right here. Davion Mitchell goes down. Tyler Hero's guarding him. Andrew Wiggins right there. We got so many people open. Now, Tatum should have not hesitated on this. He should have just shot the ball the first time. We probably would have made it. But again, you just see how much that causes. Now, since Tyler Hero's in the paint, now Neemias Queta, and he has to box on Neemias Queta, that's just not going to be a recipe for success. That opens Jaylen Brown for the offensive rebound, and he scores. All right, here we got the Miami Heat in their zone. But again, Jaylen Brown just goes to wherever Tyler Hero is, right? So they're able to get Tyler Hero off of him in this situation, right? So there's nobody in the corner, right? So Tyler Hero's responsibility is this wing. But since Jaime Jaquez comes down and takes that, now Tyler Hero can just float. But now, since Peyton Pritchard is occupying Bam Adebayo on this baseline here, Tyler Hero has to take Neemias Queta. Now, he definitely can't guard Jaylen Brown on a perimeter or just anywhere, but he also can box out Neemias Queta. Now, for some reason, he goes and contests Jaylen Brown, which completely leaves Neemias Queta wide open for the offensive rebounds. And last but not least, we have another defense to offense situation. Tyler Hero tries to go at Jaylen Brown. He misses the shot on this one. And again, he just goes right to where Tyler Hero is. Now, Tyler Hero is going to front the post right here, which means this lob pass is open. It is very imperative that Neemias Queta is spacing the floor right here. So even though Bam is not going to be hugged up on the right, if Queta was sitting right here at the free throw line to begin this play, Bam is further down the floor. He could probably be right here to contest this lob pass, but he's not. So Jason Tatum's going to lob it up. That's going to make Bam Adebayo come off of Neemias Queta. Now, as the ball goes further down the floor, Bam Adebayo comes off him. Now the free throw line is open, and Queta has the touch to take advantage of that. But that is a video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can. Just read out there a little bit more. Now we'll see you guys next video. This is Nick. Peace.